The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another SEC rival, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense lining up for a first down play. He leaves it with his back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They're trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Pulls it in and looking upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to move it through the air. The quick out. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot.
Grabs it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. The give to the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Looking to throw, it's Rashada. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect, and then he does that. Drops the ball right in his hands.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Running back searching for a hole. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Got room at the 35. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Got him up for the 1st down. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. They're working that left side. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Ball's at the 29. They'll keep the offense out there and go for it. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Pirouettes through. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
How about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football, they stick to what they do well, they know where the 1st down marker is, and they get the 1st down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Going for 6. They took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be 3rd down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And what a nice job by the OC. Great job prodding, probing, figuring out what you need to do to get 1st down. That's all that matters. 3rd down conversions at the end of the day is a stat that all coaches look at because it has a lot to do with how much success you have offensively or defensively.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now on the option. The pitch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Rashada. Unloads to the wideout. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The lone back's got it. Still on his feet at the 45. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know, when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you could tell they pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
And he intercepts it. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining, I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
They'll leave it with him. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll go to the air on third and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll run the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
I think a lot of people in the stadium are questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game, but the gamble paid off.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that is how you bring it. You see the ball, you go get it right now, and you bring the wood with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Try to get it to the edge. At the 45 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to take off. At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
The Sooners are in the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sooners! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. On the move at the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on it.
And the pass hits, picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop.
And he's running in the open. Inside the 10.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. A timeout is called.
Timeout.
Tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Tosses it incomplete. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Rashada. Finds his big tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Give to the running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll put the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Hawkins. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Going to the ground. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the 2nd half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Rashada. Looking left. Makes the grab. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Coleman. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. And the Bulldogs in the hurry-up. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalties. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
Smashes through. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Never a doubt. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Dogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Rashada. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon State has the lead right now, but this Reser Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by just 1 over Washington. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got it. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Oklahoma 21, Georgia 9.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll try the run. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Trying to pound it in. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And this is a no-brainer. It's 4th down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the 1st down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
Okay, so I thought they might go for it here. Instead, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
That makes the score Oklahoma 21.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll ride his man on the option. Across the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option look. Got the 1st down and more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Georgia.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. At this point, the clock is like the 12th man on offense. I assume they'll keep it on the ground here.
I would think so, too, but I also want to get the score and end this game. Like, that touchdown puts me up by 2 possessions, ball game over.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more.
He lets it fly. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Rashada. He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up. You feel really good.
They've got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. After this, it'll be a wrap. Going with the ground game left. Finds a crease at the 20. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about